You are listening to the Disney Dream Girls, an unofficial Disney theme parks podcast, and this is show number 270 for the 21st of July 2019.
Where dreams begin.
Hello and welcome to the Disney Dream Girls. My name is Michelle Young, and together with my good friend Jane Phipps, we are your guides to the place where dreams begin. How are you doing, my Janiness?
I'm doing very well, but how am I talking to you, Michelle? Are you not jetting your way as we speak to sunny Florida?
Well, it depends on when our lovely collective are listening to us, because I fly the 21st at 10:55 a.m.
This is very true. Not long now, Michelle.
I know, but we wanted to record some shows so that people, are kept up to date and they didn't have to do without some dream girl loveliness. So we've got me and you talking today with a little bit of Tommy Allison popping by.
Yay.
And then next week we've got an amazing interview I did the other night with a couple called Robert and Alyssa, and they're part of the Here with the Ears project. And basically this couple gave up everything, and I mean everything, house, work, life, and moved into Walt Disney World for the year.
As you do.
As you do. And they're telling me everything about it on next week's show, number 271.
Oh, really exciting to listen to that one.
Absolutely. And then the third podcast I'm going to be mentioning is a fabulous interview that I have done with one of our lovely listeners about their trips to Disney World and their love of Disney. I'm not going to say too much about it, but it's an absolute fascinating show where I might be tempted to go camping at Walt Disney World.
Well, get you see, you're all outward bounds now, aren't you? You're all outdoorsy on me.
Who would have thought this 7 years ago when we first began? I've done a Run Disney race type kind of thing on Castaway Cay, and I'm contemplating stopping in a tent in a Disney theme park.
Well, you know what, Michelle? I'll let you do the camping. I like my home comforts a little bit too much. I've got to have access to my straighteners and everything like that. So you can go out into the wilderness and do all the campy stuff, and I'll stay in the wilderness lodge and do all the nice stuff.
Yeah, but the best bit about the whole idea of using the campground is it's virtually nothing. It's so cheap.
I know, but I like my comforts.
Oh, you big soft Jessie. I was going to ask you to come with me and get a blow-up mattress, and we'll get a 15-room tent and have a mansion going on. Remember, I'm taking Tom with me, so there will be an espresso machine in the corner and a chandelier from the living room with a Persian rug on the floor.
I'm just thinking, Dream Girls Go Wild.
Yeah.
There's a whole other podcast here, isn't there?
Absolutely. Come on, listeners, let's make this happen. But before we digress off track too much, I wanted to share a lovely email that I got. So I'm picking it up off my phone now. Hello, Michelle and Jane. I received my package including the Remy Zum Zum, which she won in the competition, and the sand for Omaha Beach. I pass along my sincere appreciation and thank you. The Disney family is truly a special one, and you two are the most genuine people I have the pleasure of listening to weekly.
Aww.
It comes across loud and clear in your podcast and social media interactions. Jane, so this is aimed at you.
Oh.
Thank you for sharing your cancer story. Breast cancer screening is so important, and I believe sharing our experiences takes the fear and anxiety out of it. Michelle, many congratulations on your wedding. It's an exciting time.
Aww. Oh, thank you.
But thank you, my lovely, for the lovely email. Very much appreciated.
Very much, yeah.
So we've got a bit of a podcast today, and before me and Jane go into what we're going to talk about, because it's romance-based, I've got Tommy Allison with me, who's going to talk a little bit about what's happening over in Disneyland, because we've not covered Disneyland for such a long time. I thought he could give us some edgy news, but without spoiling it for us.
Where dreams begin.
Hi, Michelle. How are you today?
I'm so excited because when this hits the airwaves, we will not be speaking to each other with a, 8-hour time difference or
Yes.
a 5,000 mile distance. we'll be next to each other.
Yes. And I would have taken a shower too. So I would smell decently. So yeah. I don't know about the heat though, but we're trying our best in Florida. Right?
Now, we're not going to just talk about our Disney trip. We are going to have a little bit of chat about what's happening over in Disneyland at the moment, because it's been a while since we've spoken about it. But before anyone says Tommy's going to give us spoilers, Tommy's not going to give us any spoilers, are you, my lovely?
No.
Come on then. You've been twice, is it 3 times now you've been to Galaxy's Edge?
3 times.
Is it as amazing as it looks?
Yes, it is. The photographs do not do it justice. Videos don't do it justice. It's a very immersive. It surrounds you. It envelops you. It encases you in the Star Wars universe. I think that's the best way to say it. Mm-hmm. The surroundings are totally something that you've never seen before. You are constantly finding new things, seeing things from a different angle. Every time I've been there, I've seen new things that I didn't notice before. I think that there's a lot of levels of detail, and kind of like an onion, you peel it away and you see, oh, there's more here, and more there. And that's really kind of a neat way of part of the experience, is that you discover new things as you go along. I'm really excited about the different things you can do there, other than it's just not about going on a ride and riding a ride. It's not about going into the cantina and drinking drinks. It's not about just walking around and looking at things. It's you being an active participant in the land as you go there more and more, as you experience more and more, because you understand features that they have through the Disney Play app. You can actually be a participant in the land.
Wow. But that's not enforced on you, though, is it? If you're the sort of shy, retiring person, you might not want to do that.
Right. Yeah, exactly. But it's available, and through the Disney Play app, there's just different types of things that you can do that cause different types of interactions with the land, with the people and the inhabitants of the land, the features of the land. Okay, I'm trying to be a little bit vague here because I don't want you didn't want any spoilers. But yeah, you can do certain things on your phone, on your DataPad, as they call it, the DataPad app, and you can make things happen, and it's really kind of cool. It's a really neat experience. We have just had an excellent time all 3 times that we've been there. The last time we didn't ride any rides. We didn't ride the Smuggler's Ride. We didn't go into the cantina. We spent about 2.5 hours just exploring with our DataPad, the Disneyland app, looking at things that we had not looked before. And we had a wonderful time just playing with the app.
So can I ask, if someone was going to make their first visit, would you recommend a particular time of day for them to go?
Wow. Yes. I think the best time to go is between, I would say, get there around 5 o'clock and go over and have a meal over at Docking Bay 7 and get the ribs because they're very good, and the chocolate dessert, very good. Also go and get some blue milk afterwards. I like the blue milk over the green milk. And then just begin your exploration. And as it gets closer, you're going to notice the colors of the land go from the tan over into the blues and reds and different colors. And it turns into a very beautiful visual experience. And it's just a beautiful place, especially during what we call the blue hour in photography, where it's when the sun is down and the sky becomes very, very blue, and they just begin to slowly bring up the lights in the land, and it looks so beautiful. It really does. You also are not going to want to miss the fireworks from Galaxy's Edge, because you will have a definite treat watching the fireworks from, especially when you are in the land near the Millennium Falcon. It's just amazing. The spires with the fireworks, amazing, just fantastic. You're going to love it. It's definitely outside the boundaries of a traditional Disney theme park land. It's not the typical Disney theme park land where you walk in and you hear music. You don't hear music.
Mm-hmm.
You hear the sounds of a spaceport.
That's unusual then.
I have thoroughly enjoyed Galaxy's Edge. I know there's a lot of different opinions about it, but my opinion has changed. I thought it was going to be I thought it wasn't going to fit in Disneyland, but I feel it does fit in Disneyland very, very well. I'm very impressed. I can't wait for the attraction Rise of the Resistance to open. I love Smuggler's Run. I do have one recommendation.
Go on.
Don't try flying the Millennium Falcon after you've been to the Cantina.
I can imagine why.
Yeah, exactly. My boys, we had our reservation at the Cantina, and then we went over to Smuggler's Run, and we rode that and did that experience, and it was definitely an unusual experience, exciting experience.
I can't wait.
I'll tell you, Smuggler's Run, a totally different attraction than any Disney attraction you've ever been on in your life. It's just amazing.
So
it's just beautiful. It's beautiful inside. It's the animatronics. Animatronics is amazing. It's very smooth transitions between different things. You feel like you're the only people on riding the ride. The way it's done is just really amazing. They did a great job. Just a great job.
And we've heard this week that the Rise of the Resistance is going to be opening in January.
Yes. Going to open January 17th at Disneyland, December 5th at Walt Disney World. So, we have some exciting times coming ahead for both theme parks, East Coast, West Coast, wherever you live. Be sure to mark your calendars and be prepared to come out to Disneyland or Walt Disney World to experience Rise of the Resistance. It's supposed to be an amazing experience. What I've heard about it just blows me away. I'm not going to share anything. I just think that this is going to be just the creme de la creme of rides and attractions, of Disney attractions. It's in the, I'll tell you this much, what I know. It's in the biggest show building that they've ever built in the world.
Wow.
Yeah. I think we're going to have something very, very amazing.
It's just so exciting. And has it ever been a better time to be a Disney fan with all of these new attractions and new lands and everything that's been put into the parks at the moment?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, out here in California, we not only have Galaxy's Edge open right now, but we're going to have next year a Marvel Land open up in Disney California Adventure with a Spider-Man attraction.
It's very weird, and I just hope they pitch it completely different to the Spider-Man experience that you have over in Universal, i.e. it's not screen-based technology.
Right, yeah, I don't know. We haven't heard much about it. We haven't seen anything. I'm excited for what I hear through rumors and things like that. I am looking forward to what they're doing out here. We just opened up on the West Coast PhilharMagic over at the old Muppets Theater. That's been there, been opened up this summer. And Soarin' Over California has returned a short while. And in a couple of weeks, we will be having the Main Street Electrical Parade coming back to the Disneyland Resort.
So lucky. So lucky.
Yeah, so many different things are happening. Oh, did you hear about Halloween?
Come on, tell me about Halloween.
Okay, Halloween. They are bringing back, after many years, they're doing special Halloween fireworks show back to the Disneyland Resort for all guests on select nights. So, yeah, exactly. The Halloween fireworks have usually been a paid event during the Halloween trick or treat event. Not so scary event. But they're going to be doing on select nights for all park guests the Halloween fireworks. So we'll know more about that in a couple weeks, I'm sure, what nights they'll be happening on. So that's exciting.
I just can't wait. I really, really can't. I am so envious and so, how can I put it, jealous of the fact that I won't be getting there. I so miss Main Street Electrical Parade. I really miss the fact that Magic Kingdom does not have a nighttime spectacular parade to enjoy. And I still miss that, where you'd watch the parade and then you'd have the fireworks. But it is what it is.
Yeah, I totally understand that. I get that 100%. I think that they're kind of waiting until 50th comes. And then they're going to introduce a new nighttime parade.
And talking of logistics, you've got a Disney trip coming along very, very soon.
Yeah, less than 7 days. I'll be there. We'll be in Florida.
How's the planning going, Tommy?
I've only planned 2 days. And those are the first 2 days. After that, I'm being led upon by you.
So,
yeah.
Tell me about what you've actually done. What hotels have you chosen? Because I know the cat's out of the bag because the other half found out about the surprise. So we can talk about that.
Yeah. So the first 2 days, I'm I'm taking a red eye into Florida from LA, and we're gonna go up and see my father. He's up in the Ocala area, so I'm gonna spend some time with him. Haven't seen him since September of last year.
Wow.
So after that, on the Monday, I'm going to be coming back down to Orlando and checking in at the Pop Century for a couple of days to get ready for Michelle's big day. And that afternoon. Yes. And we're going to have some very nice experiences, and we're going to have a very nice celebration. And we can't wait to be there to celebrate with you and take pictures and everything. It's going to be so much fun. Can't wait.
I must admit, with my dad not going to be well enough to be able to sort of do the sort of like traditional role of giving his daughter away, I couldn't think of a more suitable friend of mine to sort of take on that role. So I'm just so honoured that you've been able to wangle this trip and come out and then leave me with all the crazy planning and absolutely just leave me with it and just let it roll, because boy, you're in for a great week.
I am anxiously waiting. and I'm honored that you have asked me to fulfill that role and participate in your special day, and it's an honor, and I'm looking forward to having just a wonderful day and creating some amazing memories.
It's been so much fun winding you up this last week saying, Tommy, do you like surfing?
Yeah, you get me. Yeah, you're really text, man. Yeah.
No, we're not going surfing. I do gather you are changing over from Pop Century though to something at a little bit slower pace.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I had a friend of mine that had some DVC points available, and I was able to put together a couple of days over at Animal Kingdom Lodge. And so I'll be staying over there with my wife for a few days and wrapping up the trip over there. And I can't wait to go over there because it's the first time I've ever stayed at Animal Kingdom Lodge.
And we're going to find some mischief to get up to. We're going to do the kitchen sink challenge one night.
Nice.
So I'm so excited.
I need to, I need them to serve me some hot tea so that I can not get a brain freeze.
Hey, there's going to be no brain freeze, I tell you. They'll put that down in front of you and it'll be like a race to see who can get some ice cream, because we're competing against Tom and he likes his ice cream.
Is Tom a big ice cream fan?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good.
We're going to meet up with Jim Carcass and have an hour or so chat with him.
Wonderful. I've never met Jim. I've read his books. I've been very entertained and informed by them. So you see, this is the benefits of just hanging out with you. It's just kitchen sink, Jim Korkis, brain freezes.
I know. So excited. So exciting. And then we've got the biggie, visiting 4 theme parks in one day without Tommy Allison ending up in a wheelchair.
Yeah, exactly. Now I have to admit that were you there when we did it before? We did the 4 theme parks in the evening.
I didn't go on to Animal Kingdom with you guys.
Oh, that's right.
This technically is a very structured one as well, because we've got things to hit in each park. So yeah,
we'll be good. We'll make it.
Oh,
I think we'll. I think we'll do it. We'll just we're pacing ourselves. Now we're not like hitting all these rides and trying to. It's a very structured type of thing. I heard your interview with Lynn Testa.
Yeah, we're not doing Len's version.
Yeah, we're not. No, that's crazy person.
And I cannot wait to see you both. It's going to be an absolute blast catching up with you. Getting into some mayhem.
Yes, we're going to have mayhem. There's always mayhem.
Of course, I'm with Tommy.
There's always something that's going to happen. Something's going to go crazy, right? We're going to have some good times.
We are indeed. And unfortunately, then on the Saturdays at the 27th, we say goodbye.
Yeah, I know. It's going to happen so quick. It's not really goodbye. It's until we see you again later.
It's when will I see you again? Oh. That's because California gets all the good parades.
Well, it's just another reason to come out and visit me.
Well, I know it's a definite for next August. It'd be nice to get there a little bit sooner, but we shall see and see what we can do.
I'll tell you, it'll be a lot nicer to visit Disneyland in August than Walt Disney World in August.
True. We will make the most of this holiday. We will get the best out of it. And I just want to say thank you for coming by this glorious July afternoon to have a little chat with me. You are on virtually every podcast under the sun, so why not give yourself a bit of a shout out where people can find you about what you like to podcast about?
Yes, well, you can find me over at my friend's podcast, the DizGeek podcast, DizGeek.com, where we talk about Disneyland and Disney theme parks and Disney World and Dollywood, because Daniel just got back from Dollywood. And then my brother-in-law and I do a podcast, we're the Cruise Dudes, where we talk about cruise ship vacations. Are going to be talking about my upcoming cruises. Yeah, lots of things about cruising. And we also have a digital magazine called Seawind, and we're going to be making some announcements about that pretty soon, next couple weeks. So check out seawindmag.com, cruisedudes.com. We're all on the socials. Just search DizGeek, Cruise Dudes, Seawind Mag. You'll find us.
Right, my lovely. I am going to let you get off and get yourself all sorted for this trip, and I'll release the show while we are together and having fun in Florida.
Yes, that's right. Now we're having fun in Florida, right?
Yay! Take care, my lovely.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Where dreams begin.
So, Jane, that all sounds very exciting to me.
It does to me as well. I must admit, I'm very, very intrigued by it all. And obviously, Disney World's going to get their bit very, very soon as well. So it's definitely that big carrot on the end of the stick that will be tempting this family back over there sometime very soon, all being well.
Absolutely, all crossed for that. And I must admit, I've literally today had a listener contact me and say they're booking a trip to Disneyland, and I'm like, oh, I wonder if you've got a spare room I could just sort of squeeze myself into so I could come with you. But yeah, amazing time to be a theme park fan, and with so many fabulous things coming in the next few years as well.
Yeah, which is all good, isn't it? You know, this is like we've said many, many times before, this ever-evolving, nothing stays still sort of approach to this. It's in their best interest. It keeps us coming back, and it keeps us entertained and wanting to go back.
And the best bit about it is, when you do go to the parks, you have to make every second count, because you just don't know what will be their next trip.
No, that's it. whether it's a case of making sure you get your rides in on your favourite attractions because you don't know how long they're going to be around for, or, for those of us that got lots of miles to travel to get there, it's a case of making every best use of those moments simply because you don't know when you're going to be back again anyway, and what state something might or might not be in when you do get back.
Now, do you remember the other week, Jane, we were talking about the best Disney animated dad?
Yes, that was for Father's Day, wasn't it?
So many people said they really enjoyed that show. So I thought, well, what else could we do that still has the links to the theme park but brings in a little bit of animation and a bit of tongue-in-cheek humour?
Oh, okay. This is going to go either very good or very bad.
But we're going to keep it PC because we do have a family audience. Yes, we are. Because, there could be somebody listening in the car with precious ears. So we're going to have to be very careful where we go with this one.
Right.
But which animated characters would you consider dating?
Oh, okay. Well, I must admit, this is quite tricky, actually, because, when you start to think about it, a lot of the blokes, the fellas out there, they're not actually kind of the main thrust of the stories, are they?
True.
So it's like, when you start to think, you go, oh, yeah, who would I date? Who would I be willing to spend some time with? So on looks alone, which is probably a very frivolous way to do this, my first thought was Flynn Rider.
How did I guess that Flynn Rider was going to be in your list?
You know me too well.
I do.
Well, he's a bit of a hottie, isn't he, to be fair?
For me, he's too obviously hottie. So
I
don't really like obviously hottie, but do you know what? If they ever make a Rapunzel film, a Tangled film,
yeah,
Keanu Reeves could play Flynn Rider.
Oh, yeah, actually. Mind you, is he getting a bit old for it?
Nah, CGI. We'll sort him out. It's fine.
But Zachary Levi's, it's Zachary Levi that did the voice. He'd be quite good, though.
I don't know what he looks like.
Ah, okay.
I don't watch all the young stuff, you know that.
But he's kind of, I kind of like his attitude as well. He's a bit roguish, isn't he?
Yeah, I must admit, it was one I considered, and I just thought, you know what, it's just a little bit too much with the smoulder and a little bit too obvious for me.
Oh, okay. I think I could have some fun with him, though. I'm trying to keep it clean now.
Yes, you probably could have lots of fun with him. Well, keeping it on the same vein, I was thinking of, the way I fall for someone is their personality and not necessarily their looks.
Okay.
There's got to be just something of interest within that person, whether it's the fact that they do something interesting and I can learn from them, or that they just make me laugh or something. So I'm thinking particularly of a particular character that would make me laugh, would entertain me, would serenade me with their wonderful flamenco dancing. I'm going Buzz Lightyear. I'm guessing you're not in my camp on that one then.
I can honestly say none of the characters from Toy Story actually entered my head when this question was posed to me.
Didn't they?
No.
Not even Mr. Potato Head, who's so devoted to his wife.
He's too carby. No.
Oh, we're not on a keto bent at the moment. Let's behave. So you don't get the whole Buzz Lightyear thing. Admittedly, in Toy Story 1, it was a little bit too, a bit sort of not as cool. But in Toy Story 2, 3 and 4, I did feel sorry for him at the end of 4. But let's not spoil it. But,
no, I nearly did then, yeah. No, but I think he was a little bit naive, wasn't he, in Toy Story 1?
Yeah, thinking he was a toy. No, thinking he was a Buzz Lightyear and not a toy.
Yeah, and not a toy, yeah. So, okay. I'm obviously going down the more classic route in my thinking. No,
I have got some classic characters as well. They're not all going to be from Toy Story and plastic moulded toys.
Thank goodness for that.
Go on, who's your next one, number 2?
Well, I am kind of thinking very classic. And this is a character because I think he's got a heart of gold, and I think he's got the best of intentions, and he's trying to do things for the right reason. And that's Aladdin.
As soon as you said Heart of Gold, that's literally what's on my pad for my number one.
Oh, okay. So we've got one that we agree on then.
Yeah, a street rat with a heart.
Yeah. Well, it's he's whatever he's doing for the absolute right reasons, isn't he?
Yeah, it's your typical, Robin Hood scenario. Taking from the rich, giving to the poor. Is a little bit of beef candy as well.
Yeah, true.
Pretty handsome. And he can sing.
Pretty handy as well.
And he has a flying carpet, so could take me to Disney World whenever I wanted.
This is very true. But yeah, no, I think he's kind of like a hands-on sort of guy. I don't mean that. Do you know what I mean? He's kind of like a doer.
Yeah.
So, yeah. No. He's probably the most down-to-earth as well.
Nothing phases him.
No.
He's quite a brave character.
Yeah, well, he's got nothing to lose, has he?
And come on, let's be honest, ladies. We're not going to turn away a nice chest like that when they're wearing a little sort of vest thing most of the time anyway, are we?
I thought we were keeping it clean, Michelle.
We are. That was me being clean.
Oh, okay.
So go on. If we've both agreed on Aladdin, who's your number one Disney totty?
Well, it's not really totty. Because I mean, and if you can have Buzz Lightyear, who isn't totty at all, then I can have this one.
Go on.
And this is just because he's the main man, and he's he would be the keys to the kingdom, and that's Mickey Mouse.
Aww.
Because I'm a big softie, and he's like, if anybody's going to get me into Walt Disney World anytime, any place, anywhere, it's going to be him, isn't it?
You see, I didn't realise we were picking him because of the perks that they brought to the role.
Well, you mentioned it with Mr. Aladdin and his flying carpet, so,
Okay. I've never really looked at Mickey Mouse like that. Maybe it's the ears. I don't like big ears.
Well, to be fair, Michelle, I'd never looked at Mickey Mouse like that until you posed me the question.
Yeah, true.
So it's all your fault.
Blame it on me. But hasn't he already got a girlfriend?
Yeah, but, I wouldn't take long, would it?
Well, it'd see you and obviously,
Obviously. I'm a younger model.
Absolutely.
I say about the only time I'm going to be able to turn around and say I'm the younger model for somebody.
My
Sorry.
number one.
Go on then.
Kristoff from Frozen.
Really?
Yeah. It's just the fact that he's got brown eyebrows and sort of amber eyes, and his hair, it's sort of that sun-bleached browny blonde, and he's a caring guy, he can sing, and yeah, he's just got a load of really good attributes, and he is a hottie. He's the typical person that I would normally fall for.
Yeah, no, so not my normal type.
Aww. You see, you like him a little bit more polished than me.
I don't know.
So, okay, we've talked about the ones that would definitely date.
Okay.
How about some that you wouldn't date?
Can I just group some together?
If you wish.
Because, as I say, you start to think about this, and there's certain male leads, shall we say, always come to mind.
Hmm.
And you start to think about your classics and your newer animations and one thing and another. And I just thought, all the classic princes, the Cinderella, Prince Charming and all that sort of thing, they don't do anything for me whatsoever. Because they're all pretty boys, aren't they? There's nothing going on. They're all a bit wishy-washy. So, Prince Charming and Prince Philip and Snow White's other half, them lot. So they're like a big no-no for me.
Okay. Well, my first one on my list is Roger Radcliffe.
Who?
Roger Radcliffe, 101 Dalmatians. Oh, Roger. Yeah, because one, he smokes a pipe, and I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Nah.
Two, I'm not a dog lover, and he's got 103 of those Dalmatians, and I couldn't do with it. It set my asthma off. I'd be sneezing all over the place. I'd be wheezing because of the tobacco smell, and he's a bit of a goof, really, as well.
Yeah, he's not the most dynamic, is he?
No, so
Bless
I'm not
you.
having him.
Okay.
He can go back on eHarmony.
Wonder if there's a date. No, there is probably a Disney dating website, isn't there? I'm not even going to go into that. I'm going to stop talking
they've
now.
had many weddings as well.
Yeah. So who else wouldn't you go for then, Michelle?
King Triton.
Yeah, a bit old, really.
A little bit old, and the whole having to spend most of my time in the sea wouldn't do my hair any good.
Yeah, be a bit frizzy, wouldn't it?
Just a bit, and to be honest, I don't really want to date a 70-plus-year-old guy.
No. There's also lots of bad guys that I wouldn't want to date as well, thinking about it.
Oh, God, yeah, so many of them. Go on then,
Okay.
Who else is on your list?
Well, I haven't really got anybody else, but just thinking off the top of my head, it's like people like Jafar and people like that. It's like, they're kind of slimy and a bit, ew, And the Sultan's not the best either, is he, to be fair?
No, you're right there. Edgar
Wouldn't-
Balthasar.
He wouldn't float my boat.
No, he's a weird one.
Yeah, I think, but this is what struck me when we talked about this, is that element of, it's not surprising, and it's probably a good thing, that it's the women characters that kind of come out as the strong personalities and of the leaders in most of these movies. And actually the male characters tend, for me, to take a bit of a back seat, and I don't instinctively think about them, interestingly enough.
Anyone else, though?
Tarzan's a bit up himself, really.
Yeah, must admit, the whole idea of him always walking around in a loincloth would save ages on the washing.
Yeah, but we know you've got muscles. Get over it. I'm not, don't get me wrong. I don't mind a bit of muscle, but, it's a bit pretentious, isn't he, with his hair flopping all over the place and,
True.
Put it away. We know you've got it. Don't have to show it off all the time.
My number one's going to shock you.
Oh, crikey. Oh, okay, right.
Prince Florian.
Really? Well, like I said, it's one of them classic princess shows. They don't do an awful lot, do they?
No, he doesn't. And do you know what? I don't know who animated him, but once you see this, you can never unsee it. I'm going to put a picture of him on our website, DisneyDreamGirls.com. Everybody, please, go there now and have a look. And then I want you to tell me who comes to mind when you look at Prince Florian.
Right, okay.
And I'm going to say Liza Minnelli.
Okay, yeah.
So Liza Minnelli, I'm sorry. It's just not... It's so wishy-washy. It was only in 2 scenes at the end of the day, I know that, and not many people even know he's called Florian, but I know he's called Florian because I'm a Snow White fan.
Yeah, I know. It's funny, actually, because often he just gets referred to as the prince, doesn't he? Which just goes to show how little regard he's probably given, although obviously he shows up in all the parades and what have you. But, no, I'm there with you, Shell. Bit of a wet blanket.
Yeah. Completely agree. So that's it. I am sure there are 101 others that you guys are screaming at us now saying, but you didn't include. So tell you what, guys, why don't you post on our website, DisneyDreamGirl.com, on the show notes, let us know who we missed off.
Yeah, because to be fair, there's a load of characters that we could have spent all day going over this, couldn't we, really?
Yeah, 100%. That just about wraps up this week's show. Hope you enjoy it. We've got some amazing ones coming ahead of you. Then there's going to be a big trippy, and then there's going to be another trippy because Jane's in DLP.
Yeah, it's all happening, isn't it?
Absolutely, going to be amazing. You're going to have so much content on those social media pages.
Definitely.
And a quick reminder, at DisDreamGirls, Instagram and Twitter. Email info@DisneyDreamGirls.com. Website, DisneyDreamGirls.com. We have the Facebook page. We have the Facebook Podcast Family page. And if you want even more content from us, you can pop on over to patreon.com/DisneyDreamGirls. And in July alone, they've got a live audio recording of The Muppets, which is amazeballs. They have got an extra show from Jane and myself, and a show with Tom and I talking about planning our way to Walt Disney World, which is, shall we just say, it's interesting.
That's intriguing, Michelle.
Oh, it definitely is, because you listen to us both and you think, why are they getting married?
Because you love each other.
Here's my lobster.
Yay!
Yeah, something along those lines. Anyway, I'm not going to get all sloppy doppy. We will be posting some more bits and pieces, as we say, while we're on our travels. Hope you enjoy the shows that we've got in store for you. But until next time, it's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from me.